Isn't it great that the sun is blinding me today? It's definitely a sign because we're playing with a card that comes from the Sun and Moon era. And I've seen many requests to cover this card, so here I am, as today we're playing with Lycanroc and Froslass. And I'm buzzing for this. As we all know, I'm such a fan of Froslass. I wouldn't be surprised if in a few months I found a certain Froslass pillow in my bed. That TMI aside, the deck goes as follows. Using Froslass's Freezing Shroud ability, we'll be placing damage counters on all Pokemon in play with an ability, allowing for Lycanroc to come in and take knockouts with its Clamping Fang attack, doing 40 plus 40 more damage for each damage counter on the Pokemon you're hitting into. And what's also great is we have access to Spike Energy, the new energy from this set, which does 20 damage back to the opponent's Pokemon that is hitting into you, and of course that does stack. Then with adding this Spike-clad ability into the mix, allowing you to attach 2 Spike Energy from the discard pile to the Lycanroc when you evolve into it, you have a very interesting deck. I do have one concern though, and that's the fact that this deck plays a lot of low HP bench Pokemon. And bench sniping right now is all over the ladder. So I'm left here asking myself if this deck can overcome that very obstacle. But of course, there's only one way to find out. So let's get going. I see Relo. Hello, how you doing? What are you looking at under there? I'm curious as to what we're playing against now. We see a Cleffa as well. This is very interesting stuff. Let's have a good old look. Nest Ball coming in, and they get a Pidgey down. So still no indicator as to what we're playing just yet. Obviously, some sort of stage 2 archetype. If I'm willing to wager a bet, it's probably Hydreigon or Gengar. Wouldn't Gengar be good fun? I have no idea just yet, but they're going to retreat straight into Relo here and probably just pass up, I would expect. Nope, they do attach a Defiance Band, and then they pass. Right, let's see what we get off the top deck. It's an Arven, and I'm actually really happy with that because what I can do is just pop in here and get Budew and just get Budew out. So let's go for that. We will Arven, but not for another Poffin. We're going to get Brilliant Blender. That is how we're getting the Spike Energy in the discard pile. Nice and quick. Get 2 in there, and we're talking. So, is there anything else I want to be discarding here? Probably the Ursaluna for a potential stretcher play later on down the line. Or actually, do I just hold it? I think I hold it. I don't... You always want to get rid of cards that you don't want to draw into, but all of these cards I'm actually okay going into right now. Maybe not Artazon, but I might need the Stadium Bounce. You see my dilemma here. There's a lot of cards here I actually just want to get. So I think I'm actually just going to Blender the 2. Bit of a strange use, but that's why that card's in there. So it's done its thing. Let's rescue board here and then just go straight into Budew, and we have a Froslass in hand. We're looking pretty okay. They Arven themselves here. No stage 2s this time around because, of course, they're under item lock. And they do get Rare Candy and TM Evo out. But you did attach that Defiance to Relo for a strange reason that I can't figure out. So you cannot Evo this turn unless you switch into that Cleffa and have an energy. Nope, they just attach pass. That's rough, my guy. That is rough. It's rock. I'm going to see myself out. I was going to say it's Rockruff. No. Let's evolve here. And we're actually at a very interesting point here where I kind of don't want to be researching. But you know what? Let's just Pal Pad. Because I could have like bossed up and then like Itchy Pollen and then researched it afterwards to get more use out of Pal Pad. But I think we're fine here. I think we're just chilling. In fact, you know, I'll do him a favor so I can do myself a favor. I'm going to Artazon and get Munkidori out so I can actually do some damage the following turn. Do I want to evolve just now? Probably not. Let's just, maybe I do actually, just to get the energy out, and then I just need the energy to attack next turn. Okay, do you know what? I will evolve into a Lycanroc. How about that? And now I kind of wish I'd put all 4, maybe, I don't know if I had 3 or 4 Spike Energy, because I could have just evolved into this one as well and got the most out of it, but that's fine. Let's just Itchy Pollen, and then we can start coming up with the Lycanroc further on down the line. So although there's no abilities on their play yet, Munkidori's going to help us so much. Literally just giving us plus 80 damage, which is so cool. There's the Pidgeot. Let's see what this deck is now. I'm expecting it to be maybe just Charizard. I was hoping for Hydreigon or Gengar, but let's be real, it's probably Zard. And that's great for us. Abilities, we have Devolution. We're absolutely talking. So you evolved from Pidgeotto. It is Zard, okay. You're probably going to go into a Charmeleon now, or the next turn, sorry. So as long as I can get these boys to 80 HP, or 90 actually, then I could just devolve to knock them out. So that would be kind of fun. They asked him for another Charmander, and they do just pass. So I think attacking with Lycanroc now is definitely the move. Give him the out to... I mean, at the end of the day, maybe it's not. Maybe I just keep going for Budew here. It seems to be working. We've got rid of Relo. Is there any, like, pressure? I mean, there's a Spike Energy. That's nice. They could come up with Zard. No, they can't. Unless they could have Treed, but they need the energy. So, I believe as it stands, we're kind of just chilling. So I think what I do is I'm going to go ahead on prizing here. So I'm just going to get rid of these 2 and just get another Froslass out. I think that's cool. And then I attach a Spike to... I'll Spike on this bad boy and then just Itchy Pollen. There's really no rush right now. I think the next turn, though, I think that's when we come in with the Lycanroc. If we could get a Gusto on this Pidgeot, that would be clean. Let's see how it goes. They do attach to the bench Charmander and indeed do Quick Search. Don't need to have a Munkidori of your own, though. They're going to boss here. I see what you're doing. You're trying to buy a turn. Okay, I can just Vessel for an energy, though, and just retreat, so that's fine. So I'd say we're feeling pretty good. Wait, why are you bringing up Munkidori? I already have an energy on that. Huh? What are you doing? Why are you doing that? So, strange place. Very strange place. You know, I can retreat. What? Okay. I would love to ask them what the hell was that decision making. Generally, what was the idea? All right, I'm just going to KO Clever then. Do I keep the item not going? I think I do. Because they're not evolving, you know? It ain't happening. So I think I just take another prize card. You know, it's a bit on the aggressive side, but we're just stopping them from playing. I mean, that's the Budew Froslass deck for you, so I'm going to keep following that strat. Let's go for this. I think I will Night Stretcher and energy back here to attach now, and then just issue Pollen again. Yeah, I do not understand their thought process there. You definitely just bring up a Froslass. I mean, it didn't change anything in theory, because I still had it, but you know, all right, I'm going to need to like remove remove some damage on this Lycanroc. It's going to get knocked out itself, so I've got to be careful about that. You, though, need to get a Charmeleon out. You have to get Charmeleon. Don't know why you didn't do that last turn. You really have to. The boss trap is a bad idea. There we go. There's Charmeleon. And they do get another Pidgey down. So it seems like we're going to see some straight Zard late game, that's for sure. As Freezing Shout does come in, this Lycanroc is slowly getting chipped at, so I think I have to attack with it now anyway. I think it's going down, so I wasn't prepared. I wasn't prepared for this much free time. It's all right, though. Let's just get damage on the Charmeleon so we can get a knockout on it further on down the line, and I am just going to straight attack here. Actually, I'm going to get an energy and attach it to the Rockruff because, well, you know, just evolve and attack. Easy stuff. So let's get that there. And we'll go for the Clamping Fangs. Sadly, though, I believe this goes down next turn. Oh, no, it doesn't, actually. We do survive next turn. Ha! But the good thing is, if you hit into me, I've got 3 Spike Energies. You're taking 60 damage. Meaning if you Zard me here, you're getting 1 hit KO'd by the next Lycanroc. That is disgusting. Broken, one might say. Here it is, though. There's the Zard. I'm sorry, mate. It's not going to be good enough. You are in big trouble. As they do get 2 energy onto that with the Infernal Rain ability. Go for a Quick Search as well. Definitely want to see if you can get another Zard out on the other Charmander. And I tell you what would be awesome. It would be a TM Devo for game. Like, that would be so sick because I can do that. Like, we can TM Devo for game next turn. I just need to get the Devolution. But let's be real. I think what's more fun is getting a 1-hit KO with a Lycanroc. So I think I might prioritize that for now. Nonetheless, they do swing. In comes the Spike Energy 3 times in a row, bringing that bad boy to 130 before Froslass even comes in. That, my friend, is some juicy damage, and I absolutely love to see it. Do you know what? For the vibes, for the meme, I'm not going to go for the Devo. I just want to take a massive knockout, so let me do my thing. How much damage are we going to... I can't even do the math here. I'm curious as to how much damage we're doing. Super curious, but let's not get carried away. First off, we need to get another Rockruff back just to be safe, because I know I didn't have any more in deck. I'll go for a Munkidori and get some damage on the old Melian. Evolve into Lycanroc now to accelerate energy into play with that Spike Clad. I'll go for an Iono as well. Why not? I've already got nothing in my hand already. Let's see. Do we get... No, we don't get the... There we go. We don't get the Devo. That's fine. I will Rod, however, and get myself a Lycanroc and another Rockruff back. And then we just go into the Rockruff. How much are we doing? 640 damage. Oh, my Lord. I think that Charizard's KO'd. I don't know. What do you think? 640. Jesus. That's one hell of a number. And what's funny is we literally are very close to having pretty much the same Lycanroc again next turn for the attack. This is absolutely perfect. We shut them down with the Budew. They couldn't do anything. And then we allow damage to build up and come in with Lycanroc to take the big late game KOs. That's exactly what this deck is all about. Well, they do Rod to get Charizard back so they can get attacking with it. But that is as far as it's going to go. I mean, they can just like Iono me and cause some problems. That's for sure. But at that point, I could just Budew and just try and buy time. But I definitely think an Iono play is definitely what they should be doing here. It appears, though, that they're just prioritizing getting the Zard out. Well, there you go. They're accelerating 3 energy onto it. I think they realize that this is coming to an end. And they burn in darkness. Bro, you couldn't even Iono me? Ooh, yikers. But either way, in comes the spikes. You're up to now 130 damage. I'm going to go for the big old max KO on you and see how much damage we can rack up. Don't you scoop on me, all right? I want to get the big boy swinging. Let's have a look. See, Ultra Ball. There you go. That's literally all we need. Don't even need to research. Just go straight into it. Get the big old doggo out. Look at he's such a good boy. Let's get the good boy out. There you are. Evolve, spike, swing. We are loving life. And I'm going to BM a little bit here just for the sake of getting max damage output. I'm going to move damage onto this. Retreat into the Lycanroc and go for a 680. How much damage are that? Oh, 840. Yeah, I think that's enough. Blimey. Oh my God, we priced Evo? Oh my Lord. Well, thank the Lord that worked out then, innit? Jesus. Starting a Budew feels always nice. You know, a Froslass deck. But I don't know what I'm up against just yet. All I see is Dust Skulls, and that gives me panic attacks. Nest Ball coming in, and they do get a Tatsugiri down. I still don't know what this deck is yet. But willing to wager is probably a Dragapult, but we shall see. Get rid of some old school bling here, and they get a Dust... Oh, wait, no. Is this like a Dusclops Ursaluna deck? Is that what we're looking at here? I don't know, but I don't like seeing all of that stuff. It scares me. Let's go for a Spike on the Budew. Because, you know, it gets hit into, does some damage back. Pretty cool. Also, a great card to counter Budew itself item locking you, because it just knocks it out instantly. And that is probably the worst hand I've seen in a lifetime, but we're going to run with it. I'm going to Ultra Ball, and then we just have to get a Snorunt down. That is really bad. Not even a Poffin? Eesh, yikers. So there is one thing this deck does suffer with as a result. Usually you need to play the A-Spec Brilliant Blender in order to get the Spike going in this card pile and get Lycanroc going. The issue with that is you lose the likes of Trolley or Unfair Stamp as an A-Spec, and things can get really dicey, but that's just the nature of trying to get Lycanroc out easy. So we're not just looking at it as a Budew Froslass deck with Lycanroc. We are trying to make it Lycanroc. You're going to hit in. You recognize you're knocking yourself out. I mean, sure thing, bro. You want to... I guess they think that's the cost of item lock. If that's what you want, that's fine. I'm going to research. What a great top deck. It wasn't looking good, bruv. And you're kidding me. Still no way to get more Pokemon in play. Fine, I'll take it. Beggars can't be choosers, right? Let's go for a Itchy Pollen for the knockout. Spike actually coming in clutch there. And we have a nice Tatsugiri that we can chip damage on over time as well. That does indeed feel very good. But this really is giving off some Ursaluna Duskuar vibes right now. And they obviously want to go behind in prizes a lot. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. They do go for a research of the attract customers, throw another Budew down, and just smack into it, getting rid of Unfair Stamp. Okay, I also saw Petrarant there. That's a little concern. I don't know what the Petra's for. Still don't know what the main attacker of this deck is yet. It's all just support Pokemon right now. Latias. What? Who are you attacking with? Do you know what? It will come out later. They'll bring it down. It's fine. But look, we have a high research count in this deck for this very reason. Budew, item lock can be a pain. And, you know, going with the Spike Energy for a return KO is always great. And then being able to just draw into your cards naturally, rather than relying on Arven or something to find them, it does feel so much better. So I think I'm going to have to prioritize the straight draw over the hand structure with Iono just to try and get more cards out. And there you go. So now we're functioning without that kind of problem. So that's good. I'll throw a Rockruff down, and I likely will... Oh, do I want to Artazon? Because the thing is, they might bounce Jamming Tower back again, and I kind of need the pivot here with the rescue board. So I don't know how I feel about that. I do like the idea of double spiking my Budew, though. Is that a bit much? I think it is a bit much, isn't it? Yeah. But then again, if they knock it out, it does activate Lycanroc quite nicely. So and they probably will knock it out. So here's what I'm going to do. I know I said I didn't want to bounce the Jamming Tower, but I am looking at these Dust Skulls and realizing the damage they can do. So I want to like make sure I at least have something I can attack with next turn. And I think having 2 Rockruffs and 1 Budew, it just increases those odds really well. Now, it does put me in a bit of a tricky spot where if they don't KO Budew, it's going to be harder to attack with this thing. But then again, I'm getting item lock, and if you hit into my Budew, you get some damage back. It's still a Budew Froslass deck at that point. So it's really pick your poison at this rate. Let's see what this deck is then, finally. They do Artazon and fail it, so probably just deck checking there. It's another Budew. Are you just Budew Dusknoir? Is that what you are? I don't know. See, I was worried about that. I was worried about that. The Jamming Tower bounce. But I got Iono anyway, so it would have been a thing. Okay, Blender, we get research. Do you know what? I'm just liking research in this format. It feels good to be under item lock and still get a ton of cards, you know? Sadly, we're not going to be able to Blender, which sucks, but we do have the energy we need if they do go for a knockout here. And it seems like that's exactly what they've done. And so to make things easier, I think I am just going to put Rockruff in the active because they're likely going to Budew here. And we get a Rockruff from the prizes? Okay, we're talking. We just need an energy, or in this case... Well, no, I was going to say a counter gain, but that's not what's going on here. I cannot counter gain. I'm going to need an energy on top. So there's a lot to think about here. They do Tatsugiri for another Iono, and they are going to go for Budew. I feel like I really just need another Froslass 2 to build up damage, because this deck is obviously a late game prowess deck. So if I could just soften things up, go for Ursaluna later on down the line, that could be really strong. There's the counter gain. I think I'll throw that on this Rockruff, to be honest with you. And I will evolve now, because I do just plan on straight researching here. So let's go for the old Spike Clad coming in, accelerating to Spike Energy. That is so cool, by the way. I absolutely love that. We're going to bounce the Jamming Tower, and I'll play the Artazon and get myself... Again, I think I need free Rockruff. I need preparation for these old Dusknoirs and all that. Let's just go for research. Come on, give me an energy. Oh, wait. No, that's no energy. Oh, that's unfortunate. That means we just pass. The good news is if they hit into my Lycanroc, they take damage, but I would like to have taken a KO there. It's not the best, really. Doesn't help with playing against an item knock deck, does it? I might add, actually, I'm thinking about it. I might add another Dark Energy in this deck, because there are a lot of times, actually, where you do whiff the energy count. Oh, there's a bundle, and they are indeed going to Hyper Blower. I will give them... Do I give a Monkey? Maybe Monkey's not really needed right now, and it is going to go down anyway. Yeah, it's likely to go down because I need energy to attach to Lycanroc. So, do you know what? If you want to take out the Monkey, that's fine. Oh, but it's another Jamming Tower. What deck are you? What is this deck? What is this with this constant disruption? I don't even know. Well, if I get I still have Dark Energy in the deck. So if they want to go for Dusknoir, they're going to KO my Froslass. I was anticipating a Lycanroc KO, but they are going to bring me down to 2 prize cards now. And I'm at a point where I might just straight up research again. Not worry about recovery, just try and... Oh man, we're getting Iono'd. Okay. I see what this deck's doing, but Froslass is definitely helping us, that's for sure. We get a KO on Tatsu. Wait a second. Have I just am I very close to winning here? We've got boss. We're close. Froslass will take out the Tatsuki. We're just a boss. That means they cannot go for any more Dusknoir plays, mind you. It was looking bleak, but actually, I think we're looking pretty good. All things considered. I mean, you can't do... Are you kidding me? That's the top. That just won me the game. All right, sure thing. We adapted and we overcame. Listen, bro, I don't know what you're trying to do there, but I think you're doing a bit much. I like it, though. I do like the creativity. We've got to give them that. All right, we see a Hoot in the active here. Definitely playing some sort of Terra deck here. I like the Poffin start. That's nice. Would be kind of greedy to want another Poffin, eh? Maybe. I've actually updated this deck list briefly here and actually added a bit more search for basics in the early turns, because when this deck kind of struggles in the early turns to set up, it does cause problems because you have to play Blender, so you can't play like a lot of setup cards or hand disruption cards to give you time. You kind of just got to be on the ball instantly. So I think a big thing with this deck is prioritizing your opening start to try and get as much Pokemon to play as possible to really keep the ball flowing, you know, and give you time to like Arven for a Blender instead of having to Arven for a Poffin, because this deck likes to play Arven a lot and you need a good board state in order to allow for that. So let's go for a Poffin, speak of the devil, and I'll get a Budew and a Snorunt. I'm probably going to attach Retreat here. Yeah, there's no guarantee for anything else. So I'm going to do this. I'll Ultra Ball away. Actually, I was debating Ultra Balling away. Do you know what? I'll let him have the 8-card hand. That's fine. Odds are if I own them, they're probably just going to get what they want anyway. I think I just need a solid board state. So let's get a Snorunt and go into... Pal Pad research. I think that was the best possible play I could have made there. Get another Rockruff down. That feels good. And I'm debating Ultra Balling here for another Froslass or a Munkidori, but I think that is probably better spent further on down the line. Okay, let's retreat. Let's go into Budew here and just go for the old item Lockerino. And next turn we do have Lycanroc attacking, but no real damage output. You know, there's no damage in play. So that's something to bear in mind. Let's see what they pull off here. They bench a Boothflon. Okay, it's Terrapago's Boothflon. Okay, I've seen this deck. I believe it won a recent online tournament, so it is very good, but it's also weak to fighting. So I'm having a field day here. Just about getting damage on the old Terrapagos, but that's where Munkidori can come in. Shame Alakazam's gone out the window, eh? But no, that would have been bad anyway. They do attach, and is it just going to be... Okay, I'm sure they're just debating what to do there. They did get rid of a rare candy, so I'm assuming Pidgeot's in here too. That was quite a difficult hand to discard. I can see why it took him some time. So they got a knocked out that they could have... Wait, why didn't you just evolve into knocked out anyway? I guess all you could really get from that, though, is like tools and stuff. So it makes sense. But they go for the old triple slap. You cheeky bugger. You try going for the one at K with the old hoot too. No shot. All right, if that's what you wanted. Right, I'm going to Arven, and I think now I Blender, and I'll also get a rescue board, and we'll Blender away some Spike Energy. Let's get you in there. There we go. Now we're talking. We're looking good. I will also Blender away one Munkidori, because I only really want one monkey in play anyway, and that can be recovered, so that's fine. And maybe the one Artazon. It depends on what stadiums they play, so maybe I'll keep the Artazon. Maybe I'll get rid of just a single Poffin. Have a Nest Ball. I mean, I like having basic search, though, but I don't want to find it right now. Okay, I'm going to get rid of one Poffin. It's a bit cheeky, just a tad, but I can evolve into these Lycanrocs and get attacking now, which does feel kind of good. I'm just going to get the one Lycanroc, I think, out. It's whether or not I should really attack here, because I do want to get a Froslass as well. But as it stands, I'm hitting 80 damage minus 30. That's 50 damage, which isn't actually enough to take a knockout. So I believe it's actually correct for me to, well, do I evolve into this Lycanroc? No. It depends if hand disruption occurs now. Maybe I do, because hand disruption is an issue for us. So I'm going to evolve into the Lycanroc now, actually, and then Spike Clad, and I will just attach to it. It's kind of counterintuitive, so they can't just boss it up. But I mean, if they do that, they are taking more damage anyway. So I'm just going to Itchy Pollen here and just have this Lycanroc ready to go, you know? Well, they do attach to Terrapagos here. And usually, there you go. Usually we see Crispin coming in, which is interesting, as they do get some energy here. And they attach to the Terrapagos. Seems like this one really enjoys going for the old Crown Opal. And now I wish I put a Spike on Budew, because I could have counter gained here and taken a knockout and had some damage on that Terrapagos. But now there's no damage, which means I'm only hitting, well, only hitting 80 damage with a Lycanroc, which you don't really want. So it's unfortunate, but I think it's just what I've got to do here. I can go for an Arven, though. That's something. Oh, my God. Hello. How you doing? I do like you. You just come at one turn a bit too late, you know? But I won't judge. I won't judge. Unless I counter gain and just go into a KO on Bouffalon. Maybe that's the move. Just to get more cards out. I mean, we are struggling a bit on the drawing front, so maybe I'll just go for that. Just to try and get some more cards out. Yeah, we're only hitting 80 here. We will be one at KOing the Boof. Maybe it's worth getting rid of this, but they're going to have Noctowls regardless. I don't think there's any avoiding that. So I think I do take out the Boof. I was debating the Hooters again because Froslass can build up this Boof, but I'm going to take it out for the sake of just getting a card because we are struggling a bit in terms of draw. I mean, I can get Budew out, I guess, and try to buy a turn. It will recover Lycanroc, but I need an energy in order to get real good use out of that. And I think having a turn here, do you know what would be an ideal turn is obviously getting some draw, but getting energy on Munkidori, building a damage on Terrapagos and item locking to then set up a Lycanroc KO further on down the line seems to be... Oh, wait, no, hold on. We've got the Spike Energy. What am I talking about? They're taking 60 damage here. So wait, we're fine? Oh, no, I do need an energy in order to get off here and start popping. But either way, there's a Noctowl coming in our opponent's side as they do get a Stretcher and a Nest Ball. Are we going to see a Fez? I mean, a Fez is perfect. No, they're going to Bouffalon. I don't think they would be silly enough to get a Fez down. I don't think that would be very smart. I think they're just going to go for double Bouffalon again, which is fine. More abilities for me to damage as they attach to the other Terrapagos on the bench and just go for a straight unified beat down. 60 damage is coming your way, my friend. Enjoy it because nothing's really going to be happening unless I get a clutch top deck. But I have a high support account, he says with a bunch of supporters in a discard pile. Okay. I believe in love after love. Go on, give me a good top deck. I want to see a research right now. Just after the Freezing Shroud. Of course, he's the Freezing Shroud first. The die. Go on. Give me it. Give me that. Ooh, okay. Okay. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. This is something. Something can happen here. Nope, nothing can happen here. Okay. That sucks. So what we're saying here is I can Vessel for an energy and get Munkidori doing something, but I have to discard because I don't have any tools left. I have to discard the Stretcher, which means I can't Budew, and it opens up the option for bossing. Maybe the correct play here is to just get a Nest Ball and hold out for an Ursaluna play. I think that's probably my best out. Just item lock them and then hold off for a potential Ursaluna because they're going to take some prizes here, and Ursaluna could be a way forward. I don't know. It's rough. That was a rough top deck. It's a shame Lycanroc's attack is 3 energy and not 2. I get it makes sense for balancing because you just evolve attack every time, but it don't feel great. There's a unified beatdown, and I would love a real top deck this time. And no, moving around and trying to navigate. Just give me the juice, bro. Give me the loving. Okay. It's just my Ursaluna's probably getting knocked out next turn anyway. That's my concern. Man, all right, well, I'm going to retreat here, and I think we are just falling short here. We're falling apart. It's falling apart, Lisa. What are we doing? Oh, I got a knockout. Hold on. I didn't think about that. Please. It's a switch. Just give me something, man. Something to work with, bro. I mean, could I accelerate the knockouts here? I mean, I could move 30 to you, 1 Froslass. No, that's not going to work. I don't think I could take 3 prizes next turn. That's my concern. Unless I top deck an energy. If I top deck an energy, then I can go in with the Lycanroc, take a knockout, and then it's still a single prize board with them needing 2 prizes to take. So getting an energy here would be absolutely clutch. But that's wishful thinking. I mean, we can do it. Just an energy. That's all I'm craving. No, it's the Ursaluna. Why are you coming out now? Oh, that's not great. Okay, let me Nest Ball here, and I'm just going to have to go into a Budew. I was saving that Nest Ball for like discard fodder or for Ursaluna, but I'm just gonna have to try an item lock again. And I think No, I need to take, what am I doing? I need to take 3. I need to take 4 prizes. What am I talking about? Yeah, I think we just whiffed critical, absolutely critical turns and have fallen short, which is the nature of any sort of Budew Froslass deck. If you just whiff the draw, that's that. That's why I really like Gift Energy, but obviously Gift is gone. There's a Unified Beatdown. They've come up with the fresh Terrapagos. I can still knock it out with Ursaluna. And I mean, if we get lucky, I could top like an Iono, take a KO, and they don't have any energy left. But they are just a crisping away from getting, you know, popping off with that. So maybe not. There's the energy, of course. All right, well, I can do something at least and take a free prize turn, but it is going to be in vain. I think they're likely going to knock me out. Let's Adrenabrain though. We'll knock out a Bouffalon, and from there we just Ursaluna. I swear if I get it out now to a Lycanroc. Okay, this happened just 1 turn too late, but we're here. Let's go in with the Ursaluna. Let's take a knockout, and for all we know, they might not have one in return. Who knows, man? It's not over. It's not over until we see flying pigs. And right now, all I see is flying turtles. So we're not there just yet, all right? Come on, please don't have it. Please do not have the out. They need to hit effectively 230, right? No, 240. They need to hit 240. Oh, they've got their own Blood Moon, and they've got Prime. Okay, what was I wondering? What was I hoping for? Clearly nothing. It did get dicey. It did get a bit dire, and that's just the nature of it. We did have win next turn. Man, just 1 turn earlier, we would have popped off. But I'll take it. I don't mind. We'll leave it there. So the Lycanroc is definitely interesting and needs more time exploring, I think. We'll just see how it all plays out in the future. But it is a very fun deck, so definitely enjoy it. We'll leave it there. Take care, and bye-bye.